Hey, hey! So I'm super excited for this channel message, you guys. The energy that I picked up on earlier, and it actually came through when I was in the shower. I got a song that I haven't thought of in forever, and I'm not even sure if I know the words right, but the words that I got, oh my goodness, this reading. The overall message was, you're not going to be single for long, okay? And the reason why I was getting this message is because, and I'm picking up on this collectively, always only take what resonates to you by your intuition, but if you were aligned with this message today, I feel like you clicked on it for a reason, okay? And I feel like you might resonate with this energy. So don't forget to give it a thumbs up on the way out if it resonated for you, and show your support. Thank you so much. I love you all so much. So the song was, and I don't even know who it's by or what it's called, but it was, heaven help the fool who did her wrong. It's too late, too bad, it's too far gone. He should have thought of that before he left her all alone. She's lonely now, she won't be lonely long. Don't mind my singing. And it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, okay? What I'm getting here is just the message. It's just the message, okay? So, I can't change the lyrics of the songs, but maybe I did change the lyrics because I don't know if I got them correctly. But the message coming through was, if somebody broke your heart to the point where it triggered you into loving yourself, watch out. Watch out, because you are not going to be single for long. The moment that you are triggered into a state of being where you're not going to put up with no shit, you are loving on yourself, you are not going to be single for long, because the essence that you put out, people find that attractive. Your soulmate, twin flame, whatever, potato at this point, okay? Whatever you want to call it, your soul partner, your kingdom spouse is going to pick up on that essence when you start vibing in that frequency, and it comes after you've gone through some sort of heartbreak for the lack of love, a person that didn't treat you good, but whatever it was that triggered you into a state of being, okay? Heaven help them, because they're going to be like, when they see you level up. All right? You're not going to be single for long. So the message that I got coming through was to enjoy it, okay? I'm hearing the next 3 months are going to fly by. By the end of the year, I really feel like most of you are going to be in a relationship, in a committed, loving relationship, one that is equal give and take, because you've been through what didn't serve you well, or what brought the worst out in you, and it didn't feel good. And so the words were, if they're lonely now, they won't be lonely long. So that tells me that you made the choice to be by yourself for a little bit. And if that's at a cost of being lonely, so be it, because that is the moment that you are learning to love yourself. And when you're learning to love yourself and you start vibing in a frequency of, I don't care if a person shows up today or tomorrow or 3 months from now, because I'm enjoying loving on myself. I'm starting to get these divine blessings. I'm starting to vibe at a frequency that just feels good, okay? It feels good. You're being loyal to yourself. You're putting yourself first. And this doesn't mean walking around like a snooty person, like you're better than everybody, because that's not it. Because when you start to love on yourself this much, you pour that love outward when you are out and about, but you also protect your energy. You're not just giving it to, every person out there. I'm also hearing when Stella got her groove back. Okay, so whoever you are, you're gonna get your groove back. Maybe this reading is for somebody named Stella. Isn't that a movie? I don't think I've ever seen it, but you're getting your groove back. You're getting that spark back. So that was the message that I have coming through. And it's not about, don't make it about the person that did you wrong, okay? Because those are just the lyrics in the song. Like I said, it helps bring the messages through to me. The message was, heaven help them, okay? Because it's all right. Whatever happens to them, wish them well, because they did you a favor. if they triggered you into this state of being of, I'm going to love myself the way that nobody else could, you're not going to be single for long, because that's attractive to people, okay? Especially masculine energy. And we have a balance of both masculine and feminine energy within us. So whatever resonates with you, this could be your inner masculine, even if you are a woman, okay? I'm just reading it as energy. Masculine energy loves confidence. They love a challenge, okay? And when you become at this level of self-love, loving you is a challenge, because you're not going to let just anybody in. Not that you're not lovable, but in order to get into your energy, to get into your bubble, okay? Especially, you know, when it comes down to being physical. You're not just going to let anybody, you know, tap in is what I'm hearing, okay? Oh my gosh. I can't believe the messages are coming through, but you know what I'm saying, all right? Let's not make this nasty or anything, but what I'm getting here is that you love yourself enough, and there's nothing wrong with people that want to get out of a relationship and date other people. That's fine, but that's not what I'm picking up for this, because I feel like for you, that level of hurt that you had to go through, if you would have jumped from one relationship to another, what are you doing? You're just filling the void. You're filling the void of what was already being given to you before, and that's not really filling your heart. And so if it comes at a cost of being lonely for a little bit, so be it. It's going to fly by. You're going to be like, man, I was enjoying being single when this person comes along. Like, some of you are going to be like, do I want to be in a relationship? Of course I want to be in a relationship, but am I ready now? So you're not going to let just anyone in, and that's how you're going to know this person's the one. When you are triggered into being alone for a little bit, and then you start to enjoy being by yourself, you're going to question, is this person going to be the one? Not that you're not going to enjoy yourself and have a good time, because if you feel that spark, you feel that spark. But it's going to be different this time, because if it's not somebody who wants to treat you like you're all the stars in the sky, or the moon shining down on them, okay? Or the sun that gives them life. And not to say that it's going to be perfect, because every relationship's going to have its challenge, but will you guys love each other enough to let each other keep evolving? You're not going to let somebody in your life that doesn't love you the way that you love yourself. So you're not going to accept anything less than how you feel for yourself, how you love on yourself. So whoever it was that broke you down to a point of triggering you into this type of self-love, they did you a favor, honey. I always say this. Sometimes it takes a good heartbreak. And I know saying that doesn't make any sense. And some of you are going to be like, I didn't want to be hurt like that. And I don't want you to be hurt like that. I don't. But when you get over it and you start loving yourself in a way that you never have before, trust me, you're going to be like, oh my goodness. Thank God that's over. But thank God I got to experience that, because now I love myself to a level of, I ain't going to put up with no shit. And the next person that comes along, and they will come along in flocks, okay, because they find that attractive, all right? And even if you are feminine, maybe you're, you know, say you're a feminine that runs more in your masculine energy. Maybe you're the pursuer, you know, maybe you want to pursue somebody that has confidence, okay? And I'm talking about masculine energies. If they are the pursuers, okay, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, I'm talking about masculine energy. If they're the ones to pursue you, and you resonate more with feminine energy, okay, I'm talking about an emperor. I'm talking about a king, okay? This is going to be a healed masculine that comes through with confidence. There's a difference between confidence and arrogance. Somebody that's arrogant is going to think, I can have them because I can have anybody that I want, okay? Confidence is, I could probably have my pick of the litter because, you know I'm a good catch, but I'm not going to just accept anybody in my life either. So I'm going to go after somebody that loves themselves unconditionally with confidence, that becomes a challenge for me, that keeps me on my toes, that is going to evolve with me, that is not going to put up with my bullshit when I'm not on my game, and they're going to tell me when I'm not on my game. Do you see what I'm saying here? So you're not going to be single for long. Enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy your time being single. Do what you got to do. Travel solo, you know? That's definitely what I'm getting here, because you are not going to be single for long. And I know this for a fact because a little birdie told me so while I was singing in the shower, that song that came through. So don't make this about somebody else, okay? Just get excited. Get excited. You're like, yeah, I am, I'm vibing in my own energy. It feels good. I'm not relying on anyone else to make me feel good. But if somebody else comes along that can match my energy, I'm here, can't anybody match my freak? But not as in freak, okay? Well, to each their own. But what I'm getting here is frequency, okay? Frequency. Can anybody match your frequency? Because that's the only thing you're going to allow in. You're only going to allow in something that matches your frequency or higher. You know what I'm saying? So enjoy it. Turn that into abundance, because when you become that radiant, and I'm not just talking about your looks, but when you start to heal from the inside out, you could be feeling better. Your skin could be clearing up. You just, you have all this extra energy. You want to take care of yourself and your body. You're loving the way that you look. Even, if you feel that you're not at your best, you just feel good. And it makes you feel sexy on the inside and on the out, okay? But create, because when you become that magnetic, you become that magnetic to abundance, because you are made of love and abundance. So why not start pulling everything in that you find to be abundant for yourself? It'll naturally just start like moth to a flame right to you, okay? Because you got that spark back. That inner flame is just like bursting out of you, okay? And you're going to become magnetic to all things good, all things that match the frequency of the love that you're pouring into yourself. So if you were aligned with this message, I feel like this is the process that you're going through. You're not going to be single for long, so enjoy it. This might be the last moment that you are single. What is that movie with Dakota Johnson? How to Be Single. Oh my God, that movie is hilarious. That movie is hilarious. You need to watch that, okay? If you're single and you're kind of like on border of, I'm still kind of depressed single, watch that movie. It'll make you feel better. You will learn that being single, this might be the last time that you're ever single, that you ever have a moment to vibe in your own energy. And why not feel good while you're doing it? And you're bringing in all things meant for you. It was designed to be this way, as much as you don't want to hear it. But all of these karmic things that we go through that don't feel good are meant to help us level up. And honey, you are leveling up. You are not going to be single for long. You're going to be fighting them off with a stick. I don't care if you are masculine, feminine, whatever. Okay? Whatever you're resonating with. When you become that energy, and I'm not saying that, you can't be somebody who doesn't pursue or doesn't like flirt back with people. By all means, flirt with people, but you're not going to let anybody in your energy unless you know that they're going to treat you better. Because why? Because you've experienced the way that it made you feel, and your nervous system will pick up on it. Just walking down the street, you're gonna be like, nope, nope, nope. Oh, okay. Because you learn how to read energy. When you heal, you clear out all this, trauma in your cells, and your cells become more intuitive. Your nervous system will tell you, is this person, kind of giving me a weird vibe? Does their energy not match what they're saying to me? Their body language? You're going to be able to pick up on it because you're experienced. That's what it's all about. We came here to experience love, okay? In all forms. But when you get to this level of self-love, you're not going to be single for long. So enjoy it. Don't make it about somebody else. Don't make it about how somebody else can make you feel. That's a bonus. But if you need that to feel better, then okay, I've got some more work to do. Either way, if you found this reading, this was meant to be a guide. Or it was meant to tell you, honey, you ain't going to be single for long. Because that self-love is sexy as fuck. Okay, pardon my language, but it is. All right? I love you guys. I'm going to do some tarot readings with actual tarot cards, but I wanted to deliver that message because you are not going to be single for long. So enjoy it. Create, travel. Go wherever the wind takes you, all right? Because it will lead you to the right people, the right places, the right things. Not to mention, you're becoming so magnetic that you're going to be pulling in things meant for you. That means divine blessings. That means new friends. Friends that are on that same journey, that are all about loving themselves and treating people with respect, because that's how they want to be treated. Okay? So, I love you guys. Bye.